Well, today marks 1 year since the signing of the Inflation Reduction Act, the measure aimed at tackling the rapidly rising consumer prices plaguing the U.S. economy. We're going to do an assessment of it. Well, since it was signed into law, the nation's inflation rate has fallen by just over 5%. President Biden will deliver remarks later this afternoon, which, of course, we will bring you live. And here with a preview is CBS News Chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes. So, Nancy, what can we expect from President Biden during his speech this afternoon, and how does the administration really reconcile Americans' tepid view of the economy with their feelings about the success in the Inflation Reduction Act?
Hi, Lana. Well, they view this anniversary as an opportunity to remind Americans about what is actually in this massive law, because polls have showed that many citizens still don't really know much about it. And part of the problem is it's called the Inflation Reduction Act, which is a little bit of a misnomer. Really, it is filled with a lot of measures aimed at tackling climate change, a huge number of incentives for people to buy, for example, clean cars, clean energy. There are jobs being created in solar and wind, and there are these prescription drug benefits, bringing down the prices of some prescription drugs, bringing down the cost of insulin for diabetics. Part of the problem, part of the reason many Americans don't know about some of these benefits is that some of them haven't kicked in yet. They're designed to kick in 2025, 2026. And so a lot of people aren't feeling those effects yet. So the president will be speaking today. He'll be surrounded by people who he'll argue are already benefiting from the jobs being created by this act. And he will seek to remind the American voters who will be heading to the polls next year of all the great things that he'll say are coming their way as a result of this law.
Well, Nancy, I also want to ask you about Hawaii, because we've learned that the president and first lady are set to travel to Maui next week. What more are you hearing about this trip and what it's expected to accomplish?
Well, they're trying to keep as small of a footprint on Maui as possible, which is always difficult to do when you're talking about the president flying somewhere on Air Force One. But there's also, a lot of pressure on this president to make this trip as soon as possible. And he, of course, has said that he wants to see the damage firsthand himself and talk to both aid workers and victims to make sure that Maui has everything that it needs. So he's going to be traveling there in about 5 days on Monday in the middle of what is about a week-long vacation for him and his family in South Lake Tahoe. He'll break that. He'll head to Maui for the day, and I say the day because they're really hoping that they can keep this to 1 day and not have to spend the night, which again they fear would put more of a strain on already extremely strained resources in Maui. He's going to be going with the First Lady, so they'll both be able to tour the damage firsthand and talk to not only first responders, but some of the victims who, anecdotally, as you know, we've been hearing are frustrated with the lack of response that they feel that they are experiencing from both the federal, state, and local governments in the days that have been following this very chaotic tragedy.
All right. Nancy Cordes, thank you.
You're welcome.